Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the BEA number 10R300. There it is. 10R300, R for receiver, 300 for 300 megahertz. You've got your red, black, white, and green leads coming off, your antenna. I have the screw removed from the back so that I can show you the circuit board where the dip switches are located. Okay. And the positioning of the dip switches simply need to match your transmitter. Okay. And you'll access the dip switches from a single screw on the back, which I'll show you now. 300 megahertz BEA also has a line of 433 megahertz units. The item is going to include the instructions. The instructions are really simple. There's 2 pages here, and they really needed probably a half of one sheet to show you how to install it. And that's really a hallmark of the BEA line. It's simple. It's simple, robust, industry standard, reliable, predictable, easy to install, easy to replace, easy to troubleshoot. There's really not much to them. There are several links below this video that I want to address in a moment. Receivers may be neatly concealed inside the header or externally mounted hardware, which is going to be for sliding, swinging, folding, revolving, pass-through, low-energy type operators, where you have, let's say, handicap compliance on a door where you've got a bollard post and a push panel that has a wireless transmitter in it. This is going to be the portion connected to the operator that tells it, please open. 300 megahertz, 4 wires, a variety of handheld transmitters outfitted with flag connectors plugged directly into most of BEA's push plate switches, analog radio control for strong short-range transmissions, programmed to the receiver through dip switch settings, which offer up to 1,024 unique identifier codes. It's that simple. There are the 10 positions on the dip switch. How you set them will achieve over 1,000 potentials. Okay, now let's start with these links. Let's just tackle them one at a time. The template is really nothing other than a dimensional drawing of this item, which I will show you now, just to be sure that it's accurate. 3-inch wide. Yeah, that's indeed the case, maybe a little heavy. 5-inch tall, yeah, a little short. About 4 7/8. Thickness of the body, 1 3/8. Yeah, that's spot on. A light gray or maybe beige type color. The next link we're going to go to is cut sheet. Cut sheet link is valuable because it shows you the part numbers for the different button transmitters. 1 button, 2 button, 4 button, keychain 1 button, miniature wired transmitter, which will connect to a cherry switch in the back of a push plate, and then you have your wired transmitter without a case. That would be battery powered, 9 volt. The page 2 of that document just really regurgitates that information, and page 3 moves on with additional information. Instructions. This is a good document. This information will be included. So you wire up your receiver. You've got your 24 volts coming in with your red and black. You're going to go out to the control box of the controller of the automatic door with your green and white. And then you set the dip switches simply to match the positioning of the dip switches on the transmitter. It's just that simple. Okay. If you have multi-button transmitters, you obviously have multiple receivers. You're going to do nothing other than simply set the transmitter dip switches according channel 1 to receiver 1, channel 2 to receiver 2, and so on. That's how that works. We're going to move on now to the user's guide, which gives all the same information, a little more graphical, a little more perhaps involved than the installation instructions, but again, it's just setting dip switches to match. product catalog. Now that's a large download. That's about a 90-page download. It will show you all things BEA related. And to, I suppose, conclude this video, there's a link, the final link, below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all the BEA products that we sell, a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. Now, the full product catalog from BEA will allow you to review all things transmitter, receiver related, push plates, door sensors, and a comprehensive offering of those pieces of hardware that communicate between the user, the human, and the controller on the door. You might notice in the catalog that there are items that look very similar to other manufacturers, and it's likely because BEA is the OEM, and then those sensors, those transmitters or receivers are simply private labeled to suit the the manufacturer's requirements. Should you have need to replace an item that is an automatic door transmitter receiver, I personally would look immediately to BEA, because they do appear to be the OEM manufacturer for loads of different people. That's number one. Number two, they are unique in the sense where they publish company contact. That data is everywhere, and it's everywhere up front. Meaning, if you have trouble, they not only hope you call them, but they make it all but impossible for you not to have their phone number. Their technical support is excellent. Their shipping lead times, like clockwork, prompt, reliable, all the time. Their material is bulletproof. I think in 10 years I had one client say that a receiver went bad, and it just happened to be a lightning strike, a lightning storm that night. You know, that sort of situation. Great quality products, and again, customer service and tech support behind all that is crucial. The if you have more than an occasional need for this sort of hardware, if you're a building engineer, if you work at a nursing home, if you have a low energy operator in a home where there's a wheelchair bound or handicapped person living there, bookmark or familiarize yourself with their catalog. It's likely that you'll need to call on their products and their services at some point in the future. If you have any questions on the BEA 10R 300 megahertz receiver or any other BEA product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.